and he's probably not the first one to talk about that. And the fact that your generation and some of your, peers on YouTube and Instagram are saying the same thing, I feel like it's just kind of a human truth or something. The way we're wired goes back to sort of asking these questions and coming across these realizations. Um, because whether you're alive in the 2500 BC or 1989 or 2025, we're all the same at some fundamental level, which kind of brings me to your message that you sent last night about how people who are so different can still connect. I think that's what you were kind of getting at. That, you're talking about Grandpa Jay and Joe are very different on some levels, but they can still, get along. And I was thinking about that because I'm driving home from my workout. I was listening to your messages again on the elliptical, and I was kind of thinking about. And I think you're right. I think it's God's grace, and it's definitely given from God. And I think that's because the reason why I think that is because we're very tribal, as people. I think we saw that through COVID. We see that all through, I root for this team, you root for that team. You live in that city, I live in this city. People get in their own tribe, but it's easy to other people when you don't know them. And I don't know what that is inside of us that has this need to be tribal. But what I've seen is that when you actually get to know somebody, you realize, hey, that person is not such a bad person at all. I kind of like him. And so there's something that attracts. It's almost like a magnetic force that brings people together because I think we recognize the sameness in another person that we have in ourselves, and we also have a desire to connect. And I feel like that desire to connect overrides the tribal instincts that we have in a lot of cases, but not all cases. And so, where does that desire come from? I feel like it comes from our heart, and then I feel like we're all created by the same creator. So there is something that is the same in all of us. And I think you're right. I think it comes from God, and I think calling it God's grace is probably the most logical, reasonable conclusion. If I could throw those two words in there, talking about God, just to make the atheist mad at me. So just kidding. Anyway, love you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.